Hey, yo, what is going on with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, bros, women, and of course, as always, otakus and hikikomoris out there, this is the one, the only, of course, Mr. Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Mania Wolverine, and of course, you guys are wrestling shows and outros towards this channel. And yeah, as always, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff, links down below. We provide it as always. This is on default. Anyways, this has nothing to do with the information I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I heard about this a few days ago. I'm not sure if this is real or fake, but it's probably fake. As you guys know, the past month and a half, I've been doing a certain visual novel game, which I'm not really into very much most of the time. And I do like anime and manga stuff, not just Japanese cultural literature and all that stuff. I just gave half of the answer away, but I looked at all these pictures right here, and you already know who the hell that is. That's probably like the second best girl, man. Look at that psychopath-looking murderous face right there. That's the face that's seen a lot of crazy-ass shit, if you ask me. Going to my Monica-san from the DDLC game. I was looking at this from this YouTube channel called Twitch is My City. Oh, man, I looked at the whole thing of this fake little wedding marriage thing that they were doing with this guy named Chips and a girl named Nuts. That plays that girl, Kizuna AI, that's supposed to be the artificial intelligence freaking VR hologram girl, whatever. Which is like a whole bunch of them. I guess is a lot more bigger thing in Japan than it is over here in the United States, which it should be a bigger thing over here. I've talked about AI crap and Bitcoin and all this other stuff on my other channel, Critical AI Realization Man, which, by the way, by the time I'm recording this video, that all my videos will be unprivated. I gotta not stretch out a few situations of what's the fucking words I'm looking for. Damn it. Settle a few situations before I unprivate those. So yeah, by the time you guys are watching us, it's probably going to be done by that point in time. Anyways, I got some pretty important ass news for you guys, for all my old school 90s kids fans out there that most of you are probably mid-late 20s or early 30s, like how I'm going to be next year. As I turn the big 2-9, which I'm going to be the big 3-0 next year. Oh man. This whole decade, in a way, kind of went by really, really fast. I look back on my life and just think, man, I did a little bit of good here and there. Other times I did little F-ups, you know? No, there's no perfectionate human being out there. That's all I got to say about that. Anyways, links to the description box down below. And shout out to the guy that gave me this information named Pebos or Pabos. I don't know what his name is, but guy's the one that deserves the original credit because he covered this like a day before I did. So it says, ex-Rare composer David Wise reportedly working on a Nintendo project. So I don't know if you people should believe this hype news or not. If you do, that's awesome. But if not, hey, here's what it is. If any people used to own an NES or even SNES back in the day, you know how extremely legendary this man is for making all that beautiful composer music. Even though, granted, I never got to play Banjo-Tooie, but I did play the second sequel to that N64 game because my cousin, which last week, first time in almost 15 damn years, or 16 years, like, actually saw her, which, wow. That was pretty unexpected. Holy cow. And that was pretty badass. It was an awesome present. And, I think she's supposed to be working for people in LA and stuff now. It's like some commissioner manager for Nicki Minaj or something. Even though, granted, I really hate the crap out of mainstream media music. Because I haven't listened to it since, like, late 2011 or early 2012, so about 6.5, 7 years, give or take. Hey, you know, I'm not going to knock her hustle. She's still a kick-ass person. She still does love video games, and that's awesome as hell. And, yeah, I remember playing a few sample games from Banjo-Kazooie, but not Banjo-Tooie. And I think he's the same guy, David Wise, that made the whole lot of the video game music, or composing music, for besides Donkey Kong 1, 2, and 3. And I think the DK64 game, he did make, I think Mrs. Pac-Man as well. I could be wrong on that, though. Anyways, yeah, links to the description box down below here. It's a really super short article. I'm real hyped as fuck if this thing is actually 110% very, very legitimate stuff. I really, really hope that it is, because if it's not, it ends up being like a rumor and it's not 110% confirmed, it is what it is. So it says musical composer David Wise, who's known, shout out to Tanamus. I apologize if I end up, that's probably got to be his username. There's no way that's his real life name. If it is, it's pretty damn wild. Yeah, musical composer David Wise, who's best known for his association with Nintendo via Rare and for his music career. Music for like the Donkey Kong Country series. Diddy Kong Racing. I didn't know he did that in Star Fox Adventures. Oh, Now we're getting some old school mid late 90s heavy hitters. That's epic. I love it. I'm hyped as fuck if this is real. Oh my god, I really hope this dude's 110% the source material for this. Whoever got this information, bless you, video game gods, because you are amazing. Is reportedly working on a Nintendo project. He's said to be working in Texas for Nintendo and Retro Studios. According to a source close to him, this could mean that Wise is contributing towards the recently announced Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Nintendo Switch, or better yet, there's a possibility that Wise is working on a new IP. Don't believe every single little thing that you see into this source material. I'm not sure if this is real. I really hope it's 110% confirmed. Fingers damn crossed. If this project ends up, this real IP project that they're working on with Nintendo Switch, for the Nintendo Switch, for the company Nintendo, that would be a blessing in the sky if that happens. Because overall thoughts, views, and opinions, this guy pretty much made my childhood when it came to video game music. Besides, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, Rayman, Croc, Bubsy the freaking cat, Sonic the Hedgehog, the original Sega Genesis one, before it started becoming more mainstream. Not saying that the modern day Sonic games are pretty kick-ass, because they are as well. They definitely deserve their fair share of awesomeness and worshipness. But, there's some people that are going to be critic assholes out there every now and again, from time to time, every year. But they got the right to voice their opinion. That's all good under the hood for me. I don't care. That's all good for me. As long as it's not some hatred of bigotry and any of that BS. So F that out the window. And, the reason why I'm doing this so early, I decided not to do Pokemon Go today because my freaking legs are killing me from work. My God, they are a crap ton of pain right now. That's why I use some Icy Hot. Yeah, I know you guys didn't have to hear that information, but I had to use it. So let's get on to the next one real quick. Yeah, links in the description box down below as well. Almost forgot to mention that. So it says Taipei Games. I know I really don't like reading stuff from IGN. If it was from GameSpot, that'd be a little bit different, but to each his own. So it says Taipei Gameshow 2018, and a few words and lots of pictures. So Daniel Robinson was the one that created, so shout out to him, even though I don't care about that company. So it goes on to say, I didn't even know what this was until the other day, but I was celebrating with one of my roommates for my birthday and all that stuff at IHOP. I rarely ever eat all-you-can-eat pancakes, but the crepes blueberries with a freaking shiz. And their hash browns and eggs and bacon, c'est magnifique. Amazing. So it says, while Taipei Gaming Show is a physically similar, or I think smaller, similar, yeah, show than E3 or Tokyo Game Show, and its attendance of 350,000 punters and 2,400 trade visitors during the 5 days from the 25th to the 29th of January. As a reminder that gamers in a small but important marketing town in Taiwan are hungry for new things to play. And there's a whole bunch of pictures that I looked at this before I started making up this video and stuff. Before I started recording the video, I looked at a bunch of these pictures. Pretty interesting stuff. I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm just going to read half of it. So links down in the description box below if you want to read it your own time. So it says, indeed, a 2015 Google report cited that in the Taipei Times reported that 66% of their population play games for at least 30 minutes a day, with an almost even balance between male and female gamers. Mobile devices are ubiquitous, I think that's what it is, in Taiwan. And 92% of the gamers in the Google survey say that they have played mobile games still. Console games are a growing chunk of the marketing industry. And according to a recent Newzoo reports that 1/4 of Taiwanese gamers are playing one in all three platforms, PC, console, and mobile. That means that there are lots of hardcore gamers in Taiwan. I had no idea. I thought most of that country, like half of Japan or China. No offense if anyone has an Asian ethnicity or anything like that. But I thought half of that country was poor and they couldn't afford all the technology that Canada, the United States, and Europe can afford. And Australia too. But it is what it is. Not trying to sound like I'm a bigoted, segregationist or any asshole cuck like that. Let's keep it moving. So it says PlayStation is leading the console market with a 58% share, according to Euromonitor. Your Nintendo Switch just went on sale in Taiwan in December 2017. Super Mario Odyssey is the killer app, but with no localized UI or local eShop, there's still work to be done. I had to get a drink real quick. Let's move on. Ask any of the local media industry people, and they will tell you that one of the biggest games in Taiwan come from overseas. They got that in December or like late last year. Wow, they're less than 2.5 months. Wow, old in Nintendo Switch over there, so they're still pretty fresh. On console, the dominant gamers at Taipei Gameshow this year were included with Monster Hunter World, should have said Monster Hunter World 5, Mario plus Rabbids, and the Yakuza spin-off Hokoto ga, I'm probably going to butcher this robot, Hokoto ga Gotaku. I don't know. Hopefully that was Japanese, not Taiwanese. I don't know. While on mobile, Taiwan is the second largest market for mobiles in Asia after Japan. The major titles included the Korean MMORPG Lineage M, Hong Kong Puzzler RPG Tower, and Savior 5, and the Japanese game Fate Grand Order and Shadowverse. But despite the overwhelming competition for the overseas Taiwanese mobile publishers User-Joy Technology, Arcade IGS and a strong collection of indies to lead up the charge of domestic talents. And there's 2 videos there if you guys want to check them out yourself in your own time, because this camera is not really that good for 720 to 1080p. Just putting it out there. So it says, while many of the games are shown to be familiar to gamers in the West, they are presented at the Taipei Gameshow feels very different indeed. For console games, especially in the past few years, have seen major global publishers such as Sony, Sega, and Bandai Namco treat Chinese language markets such as Taiwan with growing importance, localizing more of their games, improving ties with the retailer sector, and gives consumers a good reason to buy expensive consoles and games. Or in the case that Bandai Namco and Square Enix, emphasizing for the mobile games in their catalog. This sense of awareness is reflected in the stage events at Taipei Gameshow. There's a feeling of accessibility, closer to the community vibe of PAX than to the rigid presentation at the Tokyo Game Show, with fans gathering in immersive numbers to cheer their stage events hosted by local YouTubers and long-legged models, as well as guests from Japan, okay, and in parentheses, Capcom's Roizo Tsutsimoto and Sega's Toshihiro Nagoshi. I think that's how you say it, Nagoshi. Or the West, Quantum Dream, Excel, Guillermo del Faldamarino. I don't even know how to say it. I think that's Italian, not Spanish. Far Cry 5 writer Andrew Holmes. And of course, gamers came to their hand in some of the social games. Despite the vast number of the attendees, the average wait time appeared to be much shorter than that of other game shows. For example, Bandai Namco's booth was giving away cute plushies based on the Pac-Man and Taiko no Tatsuni to anyone who played the 5 games at its booth. Oh, that's a pretty awesome ass treat. Nice ass merchandise there, people. A feat that would nearly be impossible to wait that long in the lines at TGS, but lots of fans actually managed. On the Cygames booth, meanwhile, Shadowverse fans simply play their own phones without having to wait for a turn. That's some pretty awesome ass technology. But overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I did hear a little bit of the Shadowverse thing and then the Valkyrie thing, Valkyrie 4. I'm not sure if that was going to really be taken off here in the West, aka the United States, as it would be in Japan or China or South Korea, maybe even Taiwan, which I had no idea what this Taipei Gaming Show was even about. I had no idea this thing even existed until the other day. So I'm very late into this discussion. But overall thoughts, views, and opinions. To give away free merchandise, or as the millennials call it, swag, as much as I hate that damn word, it's pretty awesome stuff to them giving like free stuff away for the community to cherish those memorable moments. And that's all I got to say about it. Not to links to the description box down below, cards on the side, and the videos, of course, and I'm done here. Peace the hells out once again. Bros, women, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, otakus, and Nikki Commodities out there. And we'll see you when I see you guys. A good day, have a good night, wherever you are at around the world, and drink some more at the same time. So don't think reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it like out there. Peace out. I'm like Sauerkraut. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy. Late time gone. Deuces, stay safe.